to this week's video. For this week, I'm going to do a little book haul, and this is a few books that I've picked up before the during the lockdown, before the lockdown. We're opening up slowly now, so that's really awesome. Thankfully, my pharmacy, one of my pharmacies sells books, and that's awesome. And a few of these are from before the lockdown. So let's get started. And I'm going to read show you it, and I'm going to read the blurby blurbs. So, first one is Maya Rodale's It's Hard Out Here for a Duke, and it's from Keeping Up with the Cavendishes series. And he's got some abs. And let's read the blurb there. When American-born James Cavendish arrives in London tomorrow, he'll become the Duke of Durham. Some might be ecstatic at the opportunity. Not James. He's a simple man, fond of simple pleasures, and right now nothing could be more pleasurable than spending his last night of freedom with a beautiful stranger. One wild night, Meredith Green, companion to the Dowager Duchess of Durham, say that 3 times fast, said yes to a man she thought she'd never see again. Suddenly, they're living under the same roof, where Meredith is expected to teach James how to be a duke, while trying not to surrender to temptation a second time. For a duke and a commoner, marriage would be pure scandal, yet nothing has ever felt as right as having Meredith in his arms, and in his bed. Soon he must choose between a duty he never desired, and a woman he longs for, body and soul. So that's historical romance, no insert cover, but there's abs. So that's Maya Rodale's It's Hard Out Here for a Duke. Next one, I can tell I got this from my pharmacy because it's got the 25% off sticker. And my pharmacy has like little deals like that. Oh, and I just realized the sticker is covering the title. Cara Bastone's Can't Help Falling, a Forever Yours novel. And there's a doggy on the cover. There's a widow doggy. So that's probably like a nice, lighthearted, usually angst-free. Seraphine St. Romain doesn't need her psychic powers to know she's no longer in Tyler Leszewski's good graces. True, she did tear him to pieces when he asked her out, accusing him of being shallow and selfish. Despite the energy crackling between them, the gorgeous sports writer is a no-strings, no-kids kind of guy. And Seraphine, raised in the foster system, intends to be a foster parent herself. She won't compromise that dream, even for a man as annoyingly appealing as Tyler. In a simpler world, Tyler would have already gotten Seraphine out of his system. For him, women equal fun, not this kind of bone-deep, disconcerting desire. Life gets even more complicated when he becomes the guardian of his much younger sister. Suddenly, he's way out of his depth. Seraphine's the only person who can connect with Kylie. He can't jeopardize that for a fling, but maybe, just maybe, he's finally ready to risk everything on forever. So that seems like a nice, almost like rom-com-y book. So, Can't Help Falling by Cara Bastone. Next we have Loretta Chase's 10 Things I Hate About the Duke, a Difficult Duke's novel. And I've heard a lot of good things about this book. And Loretta Chase is a author that I hear an awful lot of good things about her. I think I've read a few things of hers. I can't remember right now because I keep confusing her with Lorraine Heath, who is not the same person, who I absolutely adore and is definitely an auto-buy for me. Loretta Chase, I think I have enjoyed her books in the past. I have to remember. So, that's 10 Things I Hate About the Duke. Cassandra Pomfret Cassandra French Fry, holds strong opinions she isn't shy about voicing. But her extreme plain speaking has caused an uproar, and her exasperated father, hoping a husband will rein her in, has ruled that her beloved sister can't marry until Cassandra does. Oh, it's that kind of. It's a take on Shakespeare's Taming of the Shrew, I believe. Which is also the basis for 10 Things I Hate About You with our dearly departed Heath Ledger, which was an awesome, awesome movie. Now, thanks to a certain wild-living nobleman, the last shreds of Cassandra's reputation are about to disintegrate, taking her sister's future and her family's good name along with them. The Duke of Ashmont's looks make women swoon. His character flaws are beyond counting. He's lost a perfectly good bride through his own carelessness. He nearly killed one of his two best friends. Still, troublemaker that he is, he knows that damaging a lady's good name isn't sporting. The only way to right the wrong is to marry her, and hope she doesn't smother him in his sleep on their wedding night. Definitely looking forward to this one. This book looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Next, Susan Mallory's Before Summer Ends. It's this one is a anthology where it's the novel that you see Before Summer Ends, and included is A Little Bit Pregnant, originally published in 2003. So let's do Before Summer Ends first. Nissa Lang knows Desmond Stilling is out of her league. He's CEO and she's a teacher. He's gorgeous, she's not. So when her house-sitting gig falls through and Desmond offers her a place to stay for the summer, she vows not to reveal how she's felt about him since their first and only kiss. Desmond should have known better than to bring temptation into his house. He's decided long ago that his best friend's sister was too sweet, too good for him. She deserves a guy who can give her his heart. For her sake, he stayed away. But as her laughter breathes life into his lonely mansion, he's not sure how long he'll be able to resist. And the blurb for the included little story, A Little Bit Pregnant, originally published in 2003. After acting on her crush on her boss, Zane Rankin, Nikki Bowman ends up pregnant. She's willing to make things work with Zane, but his tragic past makes it difficult for him to open up. And when his overbearing protectiveness threatens her independence, Nikki will have to make hard choices. So, that is Susan Mallory's Before Summer Ends, with the little included story, A Little Bit Pregnant. So, looking forward to that. Next, we have Cheryl Wood's Fever Pitch, and this one is also an anthology, so yay. I think these past couple of ones I've got at my pharmacy, because they do the book deals, and they do like, they sell these like double Harlequin anthology things, which is really great, because you get 2 stories for the price of 1. We'll start with Fever Pitch. When J.K. Starr arrives in town for spring training, Cassie Miles knows better than to get distracted by the superstar pitcher, no matter how handsome he looks in his uniform. After all, her ex-husband was a baseball player, and he left her to literally play the field. Cassie swore off athletes for good, both to protect herself and her little boy. Too bad, J.K. is her son's favorite baseball player, and the two are bonding quickly. Soon, even Cassie can't ignore J.K.'s attempts to win her over and be more than an idol to her son. His tempting kisses and warm embraces have Cassie thinking about their future. But when spring training is over, can Cassie believe that J.K. will be a man for all seasons? Now, I don't usually go for sports romances, but I do enjoy the romances where the mother is like trying to like not fall in love with this guy, but her child is like attached to him and worships him. And I love stories like that. I know there are some people who don't like romances with kids in them, and they call the kids plot moppets or what have you. I love romances with kids in them. The next one is Her Homecoming Wish by Joe McNally. Oh, so it's not even like two Cheryl Woods. It's, oh, there it is, Free Bonus Stories by Joe McNally. It's two different authors. It's a Harlequin anthology, not necessarily an author anthology. Her Homecoming Wish. Mackenzie Wallace hopes there's still some bad boy lurking beneath her single father, lurking beneath single father Danny Adams' upright exterior. Being the proverbial good girl left her brokenhearted and alone in the past. Now she's back in town and wants some excitement with her high school crush, not love. Dan knows their connection runs deep, despite Mackenzie's protests. But will their new personas work together, especially when Dan's secret is exposed? What is Dan's secret? Cheryl Woods' Fever Pitch with Free Bonus Story by Joe McNally. Her Homecoming Wish by Joe McNally. So, looking forward to that. Cheryl Woods, she had a series that I enjoyed. Summer Lake, Summer House, Summer something. But yeah, I liked that series, and so looking forward to these. We know that it's sort of chick-litty when there's like chairs on the porch. So looking forward to that. And my last one is a bit of a more serious, I believe, World War II set. And I got this from my, I believe, Indigo, our big store chain, big box bookstore before the lockdown. I believe it's a World War II set, but book. But let's see. Those Who Save Us. For 50 years, Anna Schlemmer has refused to talk about her life in Germany during World War II. Her daughter Trudy was only 3 when she and her mother were liberated by an American soldier and went to live with him in Minnesota. Trudy's sole evidence of the past is an old photograph, a family portrait showing Anna, Trudy, and a Nazi officer. Trudy, now a professor of German history, begins investigating the past and finally unearths the heartbreaking truth of her mother's life. Those Who Save Us is a profound exploration of what we endure to survive and the legacy of shame. Ooh, I think I'm going to enjoy this. Jenna Bloom. Just a little interesting thing about the author. Jenna Bloom, the author, is of German and Jewish descent. She worked for Steven Spielberg's Shoah Foundation for 4 years, interviewing Holocaust survivors. She currently teaches at Boston University and runs fiction workshops for Grub Street writers. So I am really looking forward to this book. You guys know how I am all about World War II set fiction, especially women's World War II set fiction, where there are these epic sagas with like secrets and hardships, and women like surviving during that time and fighting during that time. I am all about that. So I am hugely looking forward to this one. And that is going to be it for this week's video. I hope you enjoyed that, my little look at the books that I picked up over the past year. We'll say in between lockdowns, after, before lockdowns. We're making our little dent, and my Value Village is open again. I'm so happy. So we'll be doing more book shopping. I know that like we still have like a little bit of that to go through, but we'll be doing more good book shopping. I use books as a reward for me to like get out and like be active, going out on like my brisk walks, and that just getting out and like getting my heart rate going and all that like good stuff. Not a fan of doing it when it's like 30, 40 degrees, because I'm not about that life. So I do it when the weather's nice. I know that it's not consistent or whatever, but for me, it works for me. It's better than like not being active. I do it when the weather's nice. And as a, what's the word? To make me want to do it, I can't think of the word right now. I reward myself with a book. I will go down to like my value village and I reward myself with a book. So that is what I use to make myself want to do it. So that's going to be it for this week's video. Follow me on Twitter at twitter.com/authorwithmejamie. Like my Facebook page at facebook.com/authorwithmejamie. And I will talk to you guys next time. Oh, and happy French Friday! It is French Friday, July the 13th. I don't know why, but happy French Friday. My favorite, one of my favorite snack foods. One of my favorite side dishes. Yay. Bye.